Thanks AirUp for sponsoring this video. On today's video, I'm making a chicken sandwich taste just like a steak. I know this seems like an impossible challenge, but I'm ready to put my knowledge to the test. I've learned quite a bit over the years of making insane experiments, and let's see if it's gonna pay off. And everything starts off with this: steaks. Now you're probably thinking, oh, you're gonna make a chicken sandwich taste like a steak with steak? Let me explain. This is a skirt steak, and it's gonna be perfect for this application. We're gonna turn it into dust, and here's how. The first thing to do is to cook it normally. For that, I season it with a good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Oh, and by the way, I'm also going to be using some aromatics. So the first thing to do is to go ahead and cook it in the pan. Get it nice and hot and start getting a crust. Then I immediately throw in butter, garlic, and thyme. Basted my steak as usual, and once it was done cooking, this is now ready. But not to eat, unfortunately. You see, I'm going to be using an insane method that is called freeze dry. What the machine does is draws out all of the moisture, but it keeps all its flavor and nutrients. The first thing to do is to lay down everything on a tray. Once that's done, into my freeze dryer it goes for 24 hours. And once the whole process is done, this is what I'm left with. I did 2 batches though. The other one I added mushrooms. Now if you still have doubts, you can see how bone dry this thing really is. And surprisingly enough, if you ever want to bring it back to life, all you have to do is to add moisture. But that's not what we're about to do. To create the dust is pretty simple. Throw everything in the blender and process it on high, and here we have it. Steak dust. Since it's completely dehydrated, the flavor is quite intense. The best part is that I can save this for a long time and use it very often on different experiments. Because there's one other special ingredient that is even better than this, and that would be bone marrow, also known as the butter of the gods. And whenever you combine it with other ingredients, it just makes everything taste better, and it's pretty easy to work with. The first thing you want to do is to clean out the bones. For that, you just want to soak them in salty water overnight. Once that's done, you can clearly see that they are much whiter. That's because the salt pulls out a lot of the blood that was inside of the bone marrow. Now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook it. So I laid them all down on a tray, pat them dry really good, and put them to roast for about 10 minutes. Once that's done, you are left with bone marrow heaven. As you can see, it looks just like regular oil. However, the taste is a whole different level. Talking about that, in order to make a chicken taste like a steak, I'll be using a good amount of this. And here's how. First, I like to bake my own buns. A while back I made the recipe and it's still available for you today. But this one is going to be a little bit different, as I'll be making a normal one, but one that will be red. I'm trying to trick my friends on another thing. When they see red bun, they think spicy. You see, I'm trying to play with their senses. But here's how I made the dough. First, I combined flour, sugar, and yeast. Mix everything well, then added salt. After mixing a little bit more, I added the bone marrow mixed with water. Oh yes! The recipe is exactly the same as my regular bun. However, I replaced butter with bone marrow. So after blending and kneading all of the dough, I quickly made some balls, applied some more bone marrow, let them rise for 1 hour, sprinkled a tiny bit of sesame seeds right on top, and baked them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Because once the time was up, take a look. Perfectly made Guga's buns. However, they're gonna taste quite different than my normal recipe, and that's because of the secret ingredient. Don't forget that we also have the red one. This should really trick my friends. But at the same time, I will be making a spicy version of the chicken sandwich that tastes like a steak. And to do that, I'm gonna be using this. It's like my take on Nashville hot fried chicken, but with bone marrow. And to make it, it's super simple. I started with cayenne pepper, followed by garlic, smoked paprika, salt, and brown sugar. Mix everything together and combine these ingredients. Then you want to heat up the bone marrow to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and immediately throw in on top of the spices. Because once everything settled down, you are left with this: bone marrow Nashville hot fry oil. This is going to be delicious. To add even more spiciness, I also made a mayo. Into a blender, I threw in some eggs, followed by lime juice, salt, and started to blend everything. And little by little, I added the bone marrow. This will emulsify everything together, making it a delicious mayo. Now you know this is going to taste good just like this. But we're not done yet, as to make it spicy, I'm going to be using some chipotle. And if you've never had it, it's just smoked jalapeno. To finish it off, I just throw them in a blender, followed by the mayo we just made, blend everything on high, and there you have it. A spicy mayo that is just going to be perfect to go along with our sandwich. I also did a very simple one, not spicy. That one, I just threw some pickled in, mixed everything everything well, and that's it. Next up, to make a cheese sauce. And this one, I was a little bit worried on how it was gonna taste. So the first thing to do was to combine bone marrow and flour. Mix everything together until it became a roux. Once that was ready, I immediately threw in some milk. I kept it under medium heat and whisking it until it started thickening up on me. Once it was nice and smooth, I added some cheddar cheese. Mixed everything well, and once the cheese was fully melted, my cheese sauce was now ready. Now to fight the richness of the sandwich, I decided to go ahead and make some homemade pickles. First, you want to add some white vinegar to a pan. Heat it up and immediately throw in some brown sugar. Mix everything well and add that mixture to the cucumbers, because after about an hour, it's ready. Now we gotta talk about the main ingredient, chicken. The first thing we gotta do is to fry them up. If you've never soaked your chicken in buttermilk, you don't know what you're missing. And the mixture I'm using is pretty simple. I threw in some eggs, followed by some Valentina hot sauce, a good amount. Now mix everything well, and my batter mix is now ready. The flour is just as important. I started with all-purpose flour and seasoned it properly with a good amount of salt. Mix everything well, and it's time to finish up the chicken. At least let it marinate for 1 hour. As once that's done, you want to combine it with the flour, remove all of the excess, and immediately deep fry the whole thing in bone marrow. Yes, bone marrow deep fried chicken. I told you I'm gonna make this chicken taste like a steak, and this is gonna definitely help. Because all we're really looking for is a nice beautiful crust and that wonderful flavor of bone marrow. This is gonna take my chicken sandwich to a whole nother level. Because once I was done, we got all of our chickens ready. And now it's time to build. For the first one, I got a normal bun, spread it the cheese sauce, followed by a few slices of pickled cucumbers, that beautiful bone marrow chicken, a little bit more cheese sauce, the bone marrow mayo, and some celery seeds right on the top. On the top bun, I added the spicy mayo, then I immediately put it on top of the sandwich. This is just our first one, because for the next one, I started with the red bun, followed by the cheese sauce, the cucumbers, that beautiful bone marrow deep fried chicken. I also added the mayo, and the secret ingredient, steak dust. To finish it off, I added the spicy bone marrow right on the top bun and crowned this incredible sandwich. But hold on a second, even though this one looks spicy, it's not. Let's make the spicy version. For that, I dunked all of the bone marrow Nashville hot fry oil in a bowl, threw in my chicken, and take a look at this. It is going to taste like heaven. To assemble, I got the bone marrow bun, followed by the cheese sauce, added the pickled cucumber, followed by that spicy chicken, a good amount of the cheese sauce, a tiny bit of bone marrow mayo. We can't forget about the steak dust, and of course the top bun with the spicy mayo. Now you take a look at this. Which one of these chicken sandwiches would you like to try? Because at least for me, I want to eat all of them. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful burgers today, gentlemen. What do you guys think? Oh, excuse me, not burgers.
Yeah, this don't look like a burger.
Chicken sandwich, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I mean, I will say, Guga, this looks like a fantastic chicken sandwich.
I will say this, everybody. These buns are absolutely delicious. The red one is quite special, as you can see.
Spicy?
Yeah, very spicy.
Not again.
So here's the deal. I got a little experiment going on. Please tell me like it is. They should be a little bit different than most chicken sandwiches you ever had in your life. But I'm excited for you guys to find out.
In a good way, right?
In a very delicious way.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna start from the right to the left. Please dig in, gentlemen. Don't be shy. As you can see, I put a good amount of sauce in here.
This looks like the picture on a KFC menu.
Oh, thank you.
But every time you actually get that sandwich, it's always so disappointing.
That's why you gotta go to Popeyes.
You like Popeyes more than KFC?
I definitely like Popeyes more than KFC.
Well, let me know about Guga's pie.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This might be the best chicken sandwich I've had in a while.
That sauce is incredibly delicious, creamy, a little bit of heat, a little bit of tang, a little bit of, I don't know, I'm feeling a little saucy. This is delicious.
And what's going on with the bun? The bun is different, guys.
The bun is different, in a good way or in a bad way?
Good way.
I love that classic pickle there too, to give a little bit of acidity to really balance out all the savoriness in this.
Are you guys ready for the next one?
Let's go get some spice.
Check this out. I mean, this is like picture perfect, everybody. As good as it gets. I'm proud of this one, everybody. I just hope it tastes as good as it looks. You guys ready to go?
Guga, this looks spicy as
Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It's not spicy,
No, it's not spicy.
but it tastes like a steak.
Tastes like a steak. What do you mean it tastes like a steak? What are you talking about?
Okay, you bite it, you see chicken, and then you taste steak. That's all I got, bro.
That's a good description right there.
Well, how is a human being supposed to wrap their mouth around this burger? Ginormous.
How does it taste?
Not spicy. I didn't even get all of the elements. That's how big this burger is. Let me go in front of it.
Try just the chicken. Damn, Leo, relax, bro. I know it's good, but chill out. We want to hear from the description guy.
That was just an excuse, man.
Guga, why does this chicken sandwich taste beefy? I got like surprise sucker punched by this sandwich. I was expecting it to be spicy, but no, it's beefy. That's insane, but it freaking works. You have that beautiful texture of the chicken, but that delicious beefy flavor, plus the cheese. What's going on here? I don't think I've ever noticed cheese on a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I know. It works. Guys, I will tell you one thing. I've done a lot of experiments. This one stands out from the rest.
Guga, what is this little dust I see here?
Steak?
Like, what do you mean? Like actual steak?
Actual steak.
You put steak on a chicken?
Wait.
That's why it tastes like a steak.
This is the first chicken crossbred with a cow.
It's a mental image I did not need. Look, I don't understand it, but it works. That's all I need to know.
I can't believe it. It works so well. And it's time for us to wash our palates a little bit with some Air Up. Air Up is an innovative hydration system that flavors water through scent. Pop on a flavor pod, lift the pod to activate it, and just drink.
I know it sounds crazy, but it actually works.
With the holidays right around the corner, there's no better holiday gift than Air Up. So why not give them a gift with taste? Save up to 30% off with Air Up's holiday bundles, only for a limited time. Thanks, Air Up, for sponsoring this video. Because now, you guys ready to try the last one?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, dig in.
Guga, why'd you give me the messiest sandwich?
Because whenever I'm gonna make a sandwich, everybody,
I'm gonna make a mean sandwich.
and
This one is me.
enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
You okay, Leo?
Really good, but it is very spicy.
Yes, that was holding it.
Hold on. How dare you? You tricked me with a red bun?
That was the whole purpose, everybody. That is a little bit too spicy for me, everybody. I'm not gonna lie. It is delicious, though.
It does have that same kind of thing going on as the last one. It tastes like a steak. But this one, the spice kind of like smothers you a little bit.
You know what? I think I like this last one the most because it has that same beautiful flavor from the previous chicken sandwich, but that lot of spiciness adds a more dynamic flavor profile, adds a nice
Zing.
to the sandwich that this gives you more to enjoy while you're eating it.
Yeah, I agree with Leo. It does add a nice...
Zing.
But I think I would personally go for the red bun just because the
I
red
agree.
bun looks so cool.
What is one of the favorite things you like to put on bread now?
Bone marrow.
Yeah, after Angel, I'm starting to love it too.
So here's the deal. Everything on these burgers have bone marrow. There's bone marrow on the bun. There's bone marrow on the chicken. There's bone marrow on the sauce. There's bone marrow on everything.
Dude.
But not only that, there's also a little bit of dust of steaks like you guys already know. That's why it tastes quite unique.
It's just layers of beefiness that you added to this chicken sandwich that make it really delicious.
It goes to show you, everybody, if you sprinkle a little bit of steak on your chicken sandwich, it will be better. What does that tell you? Chicken sucks. And I also deep fried it on the bone marrow. But those are the results, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a good experiment.
I like this video.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always on the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.